Hi there, welcome to the weekly Dogecoin session. So we're looking at the Dogecoin weekly chart with Wyckoff name tags, both blue and orange mainly, and then also purple to make it easier to visualize. Before getting into the details, if you're new to my sessions, I'm going to focus on 3 key areas, and they're based on 2 main concepts. Also, these sessions are for education research purpose only, and also for discussion with the community here, and not financial advice. So please note. Let's get started with Dogecoin. So we've seen a sign of weakness 2 weeks ago. It looks kind of positive with 2 flat candles over here, flat bottom I mean. However, this week it starts to show a little bit of weakness again. Whether that will continue, we're not so sure yet, because the volume has also been declining as well. It can mean there's no particular appetite to buy or sell. Let's put it this way. In terms of Wyckoff pattern, this whatever happened in 2021, it's like a better reference compared to what we had last year, 2024. So what happened can be of the sign of weakness. We have a bounce to a level and form a last point of supply point, and then like another bounce before it completely retreats to the long-term playground zone. Hopefully this happens the same this time. However, the difference this time is, if we look at the 2 candlesticks here, we had a flat bottom for the 2 here, and then another flat bottom over here. Both bounced back to a point where the last point of supplies were. However, this time it did not happen exactly the same. So somehow we have a red candle over here instead of like continual green ones. So it can happen, unfortunately or fortunately, depending on whether you're buy or sell or long or short. It can retest this upper boundary of the long-term playground zone, the white box. So in short, these 2, like purple line and the white line, would be the boundaries for the price actions coming forward if there's no particular good or bad action. I already mentioned last week, I think, because there are not much overlapping trading activities over here, these 2 lines, the white and the purple, are the more solid resistance and support line, so to say, because like back in 2021, that's quite a long time ago, and we couldn't really take reference of those price actions for what we have this cycle. So in terms of daily chart, let's see whether there's any indication that the candlesticks are giving us. Depending on how long a timeline you are looking at, if you're just looking at a shorter time frame, like a 7 to 10 days, this is what we're having. Very narrow range, basically. It's like a downward flag pattern, and let me string this a little. This should be much narrower than what I first drawn. So the thing is, for textbook theory, based on textbook theory, it can break outside of this downward pattern and have a little bit of bounce before it tries other price level. If you're trying to, well, similar to what we had here as well, like let's not change the time window for now. We had like a 7 to 8 days of upward flag, and then it comes down, upward flag, bearish, downward flag, bullish. We have this. If we look at it short term, we can see all these happened in the past few weeks actually. here, another one I can draw. It's lasted only for 3 days. So that's what I'm trying to show you for shorter term. But for a longer term, we have to start from where, like mid-January somewhere. Actually, yeah, Jan 20 would be a good point. Oh, actually, it can start earlier as well. Somewhere around Jan 15th. And let me change this box so we know it's a longer term than the blue ones. So what we are seeing here is a bigger downward flag. So depending on what time intervals you're trading on, right? If you're really focusing on short terms, the blue boxes could be a good reference. However, if you're like longer term, a week or two, the yellow one would be another kind of reference you can take. So basically, the price would bounce between the lower boundary and the upper boundary of the yellow box. It happened since mid-January already, and it lasted for about a month. Right now, it kind of trying to break outside of this yellow downward flag. You see today's candle, right? It's hovering around the upper end of the blue box. Let's see whether the price would return to the yellow downward flag, or would it break outside and then forms another shorter term that stays within another upward blue box before it returns and form another downward yellow box. So let me keep these, except the hypothetical ones. And we can come back to this next week and see how it developed, right? Let me let's set this to the current interval only, and when we come back next week, we'll be able to see what happened and how the price actions develop. So